Good afternoon. This is Yvonne Carson of Art by Vonet. I am just wanting to share a process that I do. A lot of times I come to my sketchbook and I just start doodling around and see what comes up. So I just wanted to kind of like do that here live, basically, and see what we get. And I don't really concern myself too much with proportions right away or hair. I usually go back in, do a lot of revisions. Then I just start erasing some of the lines and to get a clearer picture of what I got here. And this seems to be a process that I do, and it seems to work very well for me. And this is so unscripted and so like something I just decided I wanted to do to share my process. And I usually, try to go in and then I try to fix the proportions. Sometimes it works. It takes a few times before I can get it to where I'm satisfied. But I don't worry about perfection. I really try to enjoy the process of what I'm doing. And honestly, I never really have a plan. Some people plan out what they're going to draw or create that a particular day. That's never happened for me. I find when I try to plan to do something, like it doesn't seem to come out too well. I find that the things that I do, like on the fly, seem to come out so much better for me. And I just refine it as I go along. And this I'm not going to do much to. I just kind of wanted to take the time and demonstrate what I do to get my creativity flowing. And maybe I'll do something more with this and do another short video and share with you the result of my fudging around with this and fixing it up a little bit more. So I find it's a really fun process because I never know what's going to come. And sometimes it's good, I like it, and then sometimes I just don't particularly like what I came up with. But again, like I say, I don't always worry about the process. I mean, not the process, the end product. It's just fun going through the process. And I love surprising myself and seeing the things that emerge from me. And I like wonder, where did she come from? Like, if she could speak, what would she be saying to me? You know, she's not perfect by no means, but that's not my goal here. It wasn't uh, to create something that's perfect. and it definitely wasn't anything to impress you or anyone else. It's just fun. It's just fun to see what happens when you don't overthink things and you just allow yourself to make mistakes and create. And that's the only way you can grow and learn with anything. And art is no different. Drawing is no different. You know, you just have to put yourself out there and do it. I remember there was a time I was afraid to share my work because I was afraid of being judged by other artists and people, other people, you know. But guess what? I'm not afraid anymore. I always share my stuff with all the mistakes because I like people to see um, how I started. And I want to encourage them that I didn't start out drawing well or painting well. I'm still learning. But here you have something that I just did right in front of you. And it's like I said, it's not perfect. But I think she's really cute. And so, guess what? I think I'm going to work on her. And I'm going to come back with another short video just to show you what this turned out, this sketch, and how I took it further. Um, how about another one? Let's try another one and see what we come up with here. And I always start the same way. You know, and sometimes I'll do, and I gotta admit, I still have problems with eyes. Uh, but I keep on going. I don't quit. And as you can tell, I don't do realistic faces. I do semi-realistic faces, but for the most part, I really like whimsical faces. Why? Because I'm not locked in to something having to look like real, you know? I like whimsical, but I also like um, semi-realism, realistic portraits. I'm fascinated with faces. I love faces. And that's what I seem to lean toward that naturally. And I do try to expose myself to different things and learn something different. Um, you know, it's good to even though you like a particular style of art, you still I think it's to help you grow. It's good to experiment with other types of art that you're not accustomed to doing, you know? So don't be afraid to try something new. And you know what? You got to show yourself some grace because anytime you're learning something new, you're going to make mistakes. And mistakes, it's a part of learning. And it took me a long time to get there because I was very judgmental of myself. And I always found myself comparing myself to other people. And that is so destructive to you because we tend to compare ourselves to someone who's been doing it for years and we're just getting started. Of course, you're not going to be as good as that person. They've been doing it for years. You're just starting out. And guess what? Even though they have more experience than you, I guarantee you, if you ask them, they'll tell you they still make mistakes. Because that's just the nature of life in anything we do. You're going to make mistakes because you're learning. And once you get it, you got it. And guess what? When you try doing something else new, you're going to go through the same process all over again. So, my suggestion is you just got to get used to it, accept it. It is a part of learning. And learning is fun. So don't stress yourself out if you don't get something the first time. Oh, you see, like, look at these eyes. Clearly, they are not the same. So, would I beat myself up? No. That's what the beauty of having a pencil with an eraser. You can erase it, it's not permanent. And even though the eye is still not the same, that's okay. Because what is this doing? It's teaching me. It's training your eye to see, for one thing, which is good, which you definitely need to do. And it's just make it fun. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm just rambling on right now, but I think you understand what I'm saying. And see, I do the same. Basically, I go about it the same way. But look, she doesn't look exactly like the same person. I'm not person, but the same face I did previously. Totally different. Yet I went about it the same way. She's not perfect. Again, this is just a demonstration that I'm sharing how I create. I start out creating portraits, whimsical portraits. And sometimes I do something with them in my book, in my sketchbook, and sometimes I just leave it just like it is. You know? Well, I hope you enjoyed this. It was fun for me because I love doing this. I just think it's so, sorry. I just think it's so much fun to create. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, leave a message, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and do share. And please come back and visit again and let me know in the comments things that you would like to see on this channel. And I'll do my best to provide it for you. So there you have it. You have a great day, and next time I'll see you again.